Shalom. I'd like to start off by giving all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shah, Ba'ashem Krakadash. This is Matazah coming at you with another lesson. Double honors to apostles and elders of GMS who are doing this work with 100% truth and accuracy. Peace and blessings to the hopeful elect out there who are pushing this work with truth and sincerity. To you all, I'd like to say Shalom. Today's lesson is going to be on Israel, the true Israelites, the so-called blacks, Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, etc., etc. They true enemy. It's going to talk about, they pride and they nature in general, But, I'm gonna get straight to the point, really. But this video is about Esau Edom, the so-called white man, and yeah, pretty much like many brothers have done videos on this man, and he's getting exposed right now, and his allies, they're all gonna turn on him eventually, and you can see it. You can see it by the day, gradually increasing, gradually just taking place. The books of the Bible, the pages are just falling off. Like they like, oh, this is complete. This is complete. This is complete. This man about to make his move, and then the Lord gonna make his move. We nearing that time when this man is about to completely get exposed and get taken out. But I got two videos, clips. It's gonna be a little discussion about the man. A little bit of comparison to our people, but I'm just gonna use a little bit and then I'm gonna hit the scriptures. It's gonna be straight to the point, like I said. But before I begin, I like to say fair use, fair use, fair use. This is for educational purposes only. This is not for monetary purposes, but educational purposes only. Thank you.
Black people are not irredeemable, but there just needs to be brutal honesty. It's like, look, these black people are really struggling and they're turning into these maniacs. It seems like they don't do anything right.
Now the one on the far left, I feel like he's a coon. I'm just gonna be straight up, like he gives me vibes. He give me coon vibes. But let's begin.
They're obnoxious. They're rude. They're inconsiderate, aggressive, cruel, and look, nobody hates black people for being black. If there are people like that, I think that's exceedingly rare, and I don't consider myself one of them. The reason that people have negative attitudes about black people is because most people's interactions with black people are negative. Most people's interactions with black people is when you're stuck in traffic and you see a Nissan Altima speeding down the shoulder. And you say, what the fuck? You're not supposed to do that. If everybody did that.
And it's crazy because it's not just the Israelites that do that. Every nation that come in America do that. That's one thing that he's saying. Is just like, get the fuck out of here. Like that makes you just say that, like, bro, every part of every nation in this damn land does stupid shit like that. It's not just like, what?
It would just be another lane, and not everybody can do that. But it's like these people have no respect for decorum. They think the rules don't.
Notice he said these people. You suppose you're talking about so-called black people, and you're saying these people. Okay.
apply to them. They have no respect for society. Like that's their interaction is they are a waiter and they wait on a black table and the black people don't tip and they're fucking rude. Exactly.
What the hell that gotta do? Like, can somebody like what they gotta do with? No, come on, man. Everybody do that. Not everybody. Not everybody's gonna tip. Like, it's hard times. Like what?
Most people's interactions, it's stuff like that. They go to the DMV and they see a black person behind the counter and they say, oh, here we go. And the person's rude. Now, it just goes to show people are not racist. It goes to show people don't like people that are rude. People don't.
Notice how he stopped. He meant to say people don't like black people. He was gonna say that. Man, like, bruh. These people are so hypocritical, bro. These people forget that they are the ones that put us, they slandered us. They put us in this condition to be slandered and looked down upon and bear all the hatred of everybody and make us look bad. Like we're the criminal and we're always going to be the enemy. These are the very same people pointing the damn finger at us.
It's unpleasant. People want to be treated with consideration and respect. And it is true that black people are, in this day and age, unfortunately, seem to have very low moral character. It's not even just the violence, although the violence is pretty striking. If you live your life and you know that you're going to be mugged by black people, it kind of colors your opinion or perception of black people, wouldn't you say? If 99% of the carjackings and stabbings and shootings that you see in Chicago are by black people, when you're walking down the street late at night, guess what you're looking for? Black people.
But you know what's crazy? The news and other criminal outlets, they don't report what these so-called white people do. Their crime rate is high as fuck. They pedophilia high as fuck. They don't report all this shit. They just, like I said, they just point the finger at black people, so-called black men and women and child. Like we the criminals, like we the ones that's just doing all the dirty work. No, they are the main ones. Esau Edom is a how I put it? He's a national criminal. National. Not just in America, a national criminal. And you can see it on the news. Look at Trump right now. He's a national criminal. He's going to other lands on the earth, taking them over, killing people, and doing whatever the hell he want, like a strange beast, like a mad strange beast. Any other nations are noticing that.
And you equate that with danger. And it doesn't take a lot of them to spoil the whole bunch like that. And we just want black people to take accountability and say, look, I'm not a bad person. I'm not a bad person. It just seems that every time I encounter you people, for the most part, it's negative.
See, you people. That's a strong word. That's a strong combo. You people. Every time I encounter you people, it's something negative. It's because you people put it on our people. You put that narrative on our people. You the ones that enslaved us. You the ones that backstabbed us several times through our history, might I say. You put violence on our back. You brainwashed us to do violence. You put us in a condition to do violence, to be criminals. I'm not saying we're all criminals. I'm not a criminal, that's for sure. But you put that in the minds of the people. You put that in the minds of the Israelites, the so-called black people, the so-called Native Americans, the so-called Latinos, and so forth, so forth. You put that in their minds. You put the guns, you put the drugs, you put the alcohol, you put all that in front of the people. You caused this, Esau. You caused this so-called white people. You're the menace in the field. The blood is on your hands.
And sometimes extremely negative, like I could get a gun in my face. You know, that's a problem. And people go, well, you are just loaded up with hatred and racism. It's like, I'm really not. I'm a really friendly person. I'm a really polite, friendly person. I give everybody a chance. But if I'm someplace and I see some black person walking in with their pants sagging and they can't articulate what their problem is or what they need, and they're rude and they're aggressive, and I'm in fear for my life, like, yeah, I have a problem with all of that.
See how hypocritical his wording is? Like, he don't even, these people, bro, like they say one thing and lie right behind it. Like, literally, say one thing and lie right behind it. I give everybody a chance. Then why the fuck are you judging a person because of what they dressing, how they dressing? I know plenty of people that got an aggressive face, but they kind people. Like, literally, this man, he has to go, bro.
And people go, and these black people go, well, you're racist, you're racist. It's like, no, I just hate inconsiderate behavior. If black people were super well behaved, we would be racist in the other direction. We'd say, black people, oh, yes, dude, yes. My day is about to turn around for the better. What can I help you with, sir? Please, come right on in.
Why is he this way?
Like, it's nothing funny about that. What the hell is he laughing about?
Bro. Oh my God, bro. Hey, this crazy for real, bro.
Why do you enjoy that so much?
Hey, bro.
Nah,
I
ain't gonna lie, he had some points.
This is part of the reason why I said this dude, he got a coon like spirit. Like, he's completely in agreeing with this man on the screen in the very bottom middle is saying. But at the same time, all this was created by the very pale people that you see in the bottom middle screen.
Bro.
I won't lie, he made a lot of valid points.
Nigga's crazy, bro. Oh my gosh. Ooh, I gotta see the comments after this, bro.
Hey, I'm not gonna continue here. I don't watch some of it. You guys can continue watching that. It's very annoying that our people accept this bull crap from this man, and they agree with some of the crap that come out of his mouth. Like, it's irritating. But here right here is what I'm talking about.
Throughout American history, Black people have faced countless acts of oppression, both systemic and individual.
This is what broke down the Israelites in America. And this is just a little bit of it. A little bit of it.
From the horrors of slavery and the brutal enforcement of Jim Crow laws to redlining and voter suppression, each generation has encountered new obstacles. Discriminatory policing, mass incarceration, educational inequities, and employment bias persist today. Culturally, erasure and appropriation compound the harm. Together, these injustices reveal a pattern of exclusion and marginalization, one that communities continue to resist and strive to overcome. This is a powerful and important question. Below is a list of 50 historical and systemic actions and policies, from slavery to present-day structures, used to oppress, marginalize, or control Black people, particularly in the United States. This list is not exhaustive, but it highlights major strategies and tools of oppression across centuries. Foundations of oppression, slavery, and control. 1. Chattel slavery. Enslaving Africans as property for life with no legal personhood. 2.
Israelites, not Africans. They enslaved the Israelites.
The transatlantic slave trade, kidnapping and trafficking millions of Africans for forced labor. 3. Slave.
Let me say it again. Israelites, not African. I'm not going to say it again, but I want to point that out. Because she's going to say Africans, but Israelites.
Breeding farms, forcing reproduction to increase the slave population after the 1808 import ban. 4. The Fugitive Slave Act, 1850, criminalizing escape and aiding escaped enslaved people. 5. Slave codes, laws restricting enslaved people's movement, education, assembly, and autonomy. 6. Lynching and racial terrorism, public executions to instill fear and control. 7.
And till this day, they're still doing that. A lot of people don't know that, but they're still doing that. Still doing that. They're doing it to truck drivers too. They're still doing that. They're still lynching people.
Denial of education, criminalizing reading or learning for enslaved people. 8.
Part of the reason why our people are so damn dumb and don't like to read or do anything. They broke our people.
Familial separation, selling family members separately to destroy kinship and emotional bonds.
Current day form of that is Section 8 and removing the father from the family household. Incarcerating the black man, so-called black man, and leaving the so-called black woman alone with her kids, thinking she's safe. That's part of it too. The crimes go on and on. Like, it's crazy. They constantly using new ways to break up the Israelite home.
9. Religious manipulation, using Christianity to justify slavery and encourage submission. 10. Physical branding and torture, mutilation, beatings, and whippings to dehumanize. Post-slavery oppression and Jim Crow. 11. Black codes, post-Civil War laws to restrict black freedom and recreate slavery-like conditions. 12. Convict leasing, re-enslaving black men through criminalization and forced labor. 13. Jim Crow laws, state-sanctioned segregation in schools, buses, restaurants, and restrooms. 14. Voter suppression, poll taxes, literacy tests, etc. Preventing black people from voting. 15. KKK and white supremacist violence, intimidation, terror, and assassinations of black leaders. 16.
Till this day, they're still doing these things that you're seeing on the screen. They're still doing it. They're using anything and everything in their power to keep us down and about, scattered, separate, hating each other.
16. Sharecropping, economic entrapment that mimicked slavery through debt cycles. 17. Sundown towns, communities where black people were threatened or killed after dark.
Remember, I just told you, I said something about the truck drivers. The truck drivers go through this. There's certain spots that dark-skinned Israelite truck drivers had to avoid when doing their shipments. This is the example. Sundown towns.
18. Segregated and underfunded schools, denying quality education. 19. Medical racism, e.g., Tuskegee experiment, denying proper care and using black bodies for unethical research.
And they do that a lot. They've been experimenting on our people for so long now. Like, do I even need to go any further with this? Like, you could just look at just continue on with this one alone. You can ignore the other one. You just continue with this one alone. This whole video, you'll see it on the screen. I'm gonna give it a thumbs up. You see it on the screen. Go to it and continue on. This is some of Esau Edom's crimes against his twin brother Jacob. This is some, not all. This is some of the crimes and the violence that Esau Edom has put against Jacob. The so-called white people have done to the so-called black people. This right here is a good example. But let's move on. I'm just gonna get some scriptures. The book of Obadiah. The book of Obadiah. The vision of Obadiah, thus saith, and I'm not gonna go through the whole Obadiah, but the vision of Obadiah, thus saith Lord Yahweh, concerning Edom, we have heard a rumor from Yahweh, and an ambassador is sent among the heathen. Arise ye, and let us rise up against her in battle. Behold, I have made thee small amongst the heathen. Thou art greatly despised. Yet Esau Edom is the lowest number among all the heathen on the earth. The birth rate of Esau Edom is pretty low. I mean, there are other nations that got a low birth rate, but Esau, he's losing. He's losing. They're decreasing. The pride of thy heart have deceived thee. Thou that dwellest in the cliffs of the rock, whose habitation is high. And yeah, you can see you can see that all around America, and not just America, but you can see all around the world that what that's talking about. The thou that dwellest in the cliff of the rock, whose habitation is high, is high. He's replicating his, what he used to live in, his environment that he used to live in when he was on Mount Seir. Because so-called white people, Esau Edom, they're from Mount Seir. And, they used to live in caves and other rocky structures. And they're replicating it here today. You can see all the bridges and the concrete everywhere. And you can just be off in the distance and you can see the skyscrapers and all types of concrete and rocky structures that look like that's so-called cities. You can see it. Like it looks like a literal mountain from a distance when you're trying to peer into a city. He's replicating his whole environment that he used to live in when he was living in Mount Seir. Continuing on, and I'm gonna start back over verse 3. The pride of thy heart have deceived thee. Yeah, and Esau Edom, he's a proud man. He's the white people, so-called white people, are proud people. Thou that dwellest in the cliffs of the rock, whose habitation is high, saith in his heart, who shall bring me down to the ground. Yeah, this man is just very proud. He thinks he's unstoppable. He think he's God himself. Though thou exalt thyself as the eagle, and though thou set thy nest among the stars, I will bring thee down, saith Yahweh. And that's talking about, this man's space force, his satellites, all the stuff he put in outer space to spy on people and, do all types of wicked things. This man thinks he's God himself. He thinks he's above Yahweh. He thinks he's equal to Yahweh. He thinks he's a God. And he's just a base lower man. He's just a base level man. And we can just go to Daniel 4:17. And it reads, "This matter is by the decree of the watchers and demand of the word of the holy ones, to the intent that the living may know that the Most High ruleth in the kingdom of men, and giveth it to whosoever he will, and setteth up over it the basis of men." And it's talking about the Esau Edom. He is the base of all men. He's the lowest of the low. Isaiah 14. And I'll go 13. "For thou hast said in thine heart, I will ascend into heaven. I will exalt my throne above the stars of Yahweh. I will sit also upon the mount of the congregation and the sides of the north. I will ascend above the heights of the clouds. I will be like the Most High." See, he think he's like Yahweh with those damn satellites and all that bullshit he got out in the space. "Yet thou shalt be brought down to hell, to the sides of the pit." And yeah, Yahweh is going to bring this man down, and he's going to put him in a hellish condition, which is slavery. He's going to be bound in chains when this is all over with. And in the kingdom, he's going to be our slave. And he's going to do his time. He's going to be dealt with. He's going to be put in such a condition. People are going to look like, man, who is this man? Like, was he really that man? Verse 16, "They that see thee shall narrowly look upon thee and consider thee, saying," oh, here's what I was talking about. And verse 16, "They that see thee shall narrowly look upon thee and consider thee, saying, Is this the man that made the earth to tremble, that did shake kingdoms?" Yeah, they did. When in the kingdom, people are going to look at Esau Edom and his estate, and they're going to be like, damn, was this really the man that ruled over many nations, that put terror in the earth, that was killing people left and right, that was just full of violence and what's the national worldwide criminal? They're gonna look like, damn, we let this man rule over us? Hell no. And then, it's crazy because we have allowed this man to do this. And it shouldn't be so. Going back to Obadiah 1. "If thieves," in verse 5, "if thieves came to thee, if robbers by the night, how art thou cut off? Would they have stolen till they have enough? If the grape gatherers came to thee, would they say not leave some grapes? Hard things of Esau Edom searched out. How are his hidden things sought up? And yeah, this man, he like to research. He like to explore, to experiment, but he's gonna be revealed himself. He's everything he has done, everybody will know. He will be fully exposed. And rightfully so. Every single thing this man has been doing, it's going to be put in full display. So when that judgment comes, it's going to be with full reason. And let's see. And this man, he had committed so many crimes that the Lord is gonna just expose it all. And right here in Isaiah 47, I'm gonna start at verse 1, will say it all. Come down and sit in the dust, O virgin daughter of Babylon. And it's talking about Esau Edom. Sit on the ground, there is no throne, O daughter of the Chaldeans. Talking about Esau Edom. For thou shalt no more be called tender and delicate. Yeah, all that crap he been doing throughout the years is officially getting exposed. You're gonna show his true nature. Verse 2, take the millstones and grind mill, uncover the locks, make bare the leg, uncover the thighs, pass over the rivers, exposing this man, exposing every single thing he's been doing. Thy nakedness shall be uncovered, yea, thy shame shall be seen. I will take vengeance. I will not meet thee as a man. And verse 4, as for our Redeemer, Yahweh, Lord of hosts, is the name, the Holy One of Israel. When Yahweh Shai come back and get and to retrieve his vengeance, he's not gonna meet them as a man. He's gonna meet them as a all power. He's gonna have the power and the glory. He's gonna shut this man down. And it ain't nothing that Esau Edom's gonna be able to do about it. When Yahweh Shai come back, it's gonna be blood. It's gonna be ashes and dust. This man is gonna be taken down forcefully by Yahweh Shai and his legion of angels and the 144,000. And it's gonna be glorious. Going back to Obadiah 1. Verse 7. All the men of thy confederacy have brought thee even to the border. The men that were at peace with thee have deceived thee and prevailed against thee. They that eat thy bread have laid a wound under thee. There is no understanding in him. Yeah. Basically, what they're saying, that the people that Esau Edom made a contract with, an alliance with, they're all turning their backs on him. They're seeing him for what the hell he is. And they want him out of the picture. They want to topple over him. They want him out of the picture because he's a base man full of violence. And they're tired of it. And that's spoken about in the book of Revelations. In verse 16. And it reads, and the 10 horns which thou sawest upon the beast, these that hate the whore, which is talking about America, and shall make her desolate and naked, and shall eat her flesh and burn her with fire. And when it's talking about there, it's talking about nuclear missiles. It's talking about nuclear destruction that these nations are going to send over here to America and bombard this place with. Those 10 horns are the EU and NATO nations. They are turning their back on America. And you can see it on today's news with Trump administration going to those, those world meetings, and the other nations are looking at Trump like, we don't want you around. This whole meeting is because of you. You in those small hats in the land of Israel. We are tired of you people. And if the nations are making it clear, and there's nothing Trump can do about it. It's biblical. It's going to happen. They're going to eventually attack this place and destroy it. And it's a domino effect. It ain't shit Trump can do about it. We're getting to that point when those nations are they're going to get it. They're going to get it in. The Lord is going to put an evil thought in Russia, and they're going to get it in. They're going to burn this place. They're going to burn the whore. They're going to burn the whore. They're hating the whore, and they're going to eventually make it desolate and naked. And they're going to burn her. I'm gonna clear it up and finish it off. Going back to Obadiah. Because when it's all said and done, I'm going to go to 10. Obadiah 1 and 10. For thy violence against thy brother Jacob, shame shall cover thee, and thou shalt be cut off forever. And then and his brother Jacob, which is the Israelites, the whole 12 tribes of Israel are Jacob's children. Because Jacob was renamed Israel, But he did so much violence towards us. The Lord is going to repay him. But I'm going to skip down for the future. Because when he's put in bound in chains and he's brought down in the kingdom, he's going to do his time in slavery. And he's going to be cooked. Obadiah 1:18. And I'm going to finish it off here. And the house of Jacob shall be a fire, and the house of Joseph a flame, and the house of Esau for stubble. And they shall kindle in them and devour them. And there shall be not any remaining in the house of Esau, for Yahweh have spoken it. In the kingdom, this man is going to do his time. He's going to do his bondage. He's going to be brought very low. He's going to be beyond basis of base man. And we are going to get rid of this man. We don't know how, but it is prophesied that we're going to get rid of this man through Yahweh. We're going to get rid of his entire race. And Esau Edom is going to be wiped out. It's going to be no more Esau Edom after his 1,000 years of slavery. And without that, and with that, I like to say, Call Halayim La Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua Ba'Shem Kakadash. This is Matazah, and this is a lesson on our enemy, Esau Edom. And I can't wait till we get rid of this man, because this man is the center of all problems in this place. The center. He is the calamity in the earth. We get rid of him, things are going to start clearing up. Peace and blessings to the whole elect out there. To you all, I like to say shalom.